Welcome to the Pinfall Podcast. I am your host, Liz, and I'm joined, as always, by my co host, Marcus.
Hello.
Mark has a new camera,
I
so he looks
do.
extra crisp.
I look extra
I still,
crisp. Got a good field of view.
I still have the same shitty camera, so that's why I look like toast.
And look at what I can do. Hello.
Oh my god, everybody
I'm
wants.
big. Hello. It's me. I'm gonna do the podcast like this.
Okay,
Oh,
that's fine.
you could also see my winning egg right here. The winning egg by being the Pinfall Podcast Prediction Champion. Look at that. Because I'm the best. I'm the smartest. And that egg will forever remain unhatted.
How dare you?
I dare. Um, Happy holidays, everybody, and happy New
Happy New
Year.
Year's.
Hope everyone had a fantastic holiday. No matter what you celebrate. Liz has a Christmas crown.
It's my New Year's Eve crown. Now.
We don't have too much to talk about, honestly, because
No, we don't.
a lot of shows, well, two big shows, Raw and Impact, were both recap shows.
To be
Um,
fair, we did miss the awards, though.
we did, but I mean, who cares? Our rewards are the ones that matter.
Eh.
Um, but yeah, so we
Yeah, I
have
was actually wondering if we were going to do it today because I was like, what are we fucking talking about?
we've got NXT, we got Dynamite, and SmackDown to all talk about. Plus, we have the predictions for Wrestle Kingdom happening. I don't even know if the whole card's announced for Wrestle Kingdom.
I don't think it is.
I feel like it is. I think so. Let's see, Wrestle Kingdom. Is it 17? Yes. Let's see, Wrestle Kingdom 17 matches. So night one looks like there's a full card. But no night two. Night two's matches are not announced at all. And night
Hmm.
two, I believe, is happening January 21st.
Well, that's probably why.
Which I don't know why. Because last year, wasn't it like day after day after day?
Yeah, it was like one day after the other.
Yeah, it's so weird that that's how they're doing it this year. Hold on,
I feel like it's.
I'm adjusting
Well,
things in my webcam. There
I
we
can
go.
tell. Um, I think it's funny. I've worn this shirt for like 2 podcasts now,
There, yeah.
and like very in rapid succession. So, um, but yeah, we don't have a ton to talk about, but that's fine. Um, we do have stuff to talk about.
We do. We do. We had a big return on SmackDown and a little bit of a controversial match result. Charlotte Flair returned and immediately in 42 seconds flat won the SmackDown Women's Championship. Same moment she returned. Um, I there was a rampage. I didn't take notes on it. Also, um, nothing big happened on it either besides Orange Cassidy versus Trent Beretta, but that wasn't even really that big. Um, Big match announced for Royal Rumble. Pitch black match between Bray Wyatt and LA Knight. Specifically, Mountain Dew pitch black match.
Yeah, don't forget the the branding.
We also saw Uncle Howdy. SmackDown was arguably the biggest show of the week. I wouldn't say it was the best show, but it was the biggest show.
I think
Um,
that's a fair assessment.
we saw a new Uncle Howdy, definitely different body type from the one we saw 2 weeks ago, um, and different mask. The one we saw 2 weeks ago had like the full face mask, covering the mouth and everything. This one showed the mouth and the beard. I heard some comparisons to Vincent from Righteous and Honor No
Mm.
More. Um, Somebody also mentioned that the previous Bray Wyatt or previous Uncle Howdy could have been Dutch. Both are, you know, making their way to WWE right now. Both were seen in the crowd of NXT. Um, but the thing is
Um,
with Vincent, last we saw him, he had dreadlocks. I don't think Uncle Howdy had dreadlocks.
he had like long blonde hair.
Yeah, could be Bo Dallas.
Could be. I don't know. I don't know if they're ever gonna reveal it though.
I'm sure they will at the Rumble. The pitch black match will
I
probably
think
be
the
when they
Rumble.
reveal it.
That makes sense.
Um,
Um, oh, I had something to say about that, but what was it? Well, we're never gonna know now. I am glad that they're starting to announce stuff for Royal Rumble though.
it is only a couple weeks away.
Yeah, but like I feel like last year there wasn't that much like I don't think I went into Rumble like really excited for anything that was happening besides the Rumble
Mm-hmm.
itself because I love the Rumble. Um,
Well, the thing
I
is,
don't know.
this year they're bringing back the qualifying matches, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Those are always a lot of fun. Um, and we already have one lined up: Ricochet versus Top Dollar. Um, but other big stuff that happened this week before we jump into the specifics, we had a little bit of a haircut on Dynamite. Samoa Joe cut Wardlow's ponytail off. So we'll be seeing a whole new Wardlow starting probably next week.
I think he was on Rampage.
I don't think so. I don't remember seeing him at all.
I just saw that he fought a jobber recently. I don't know when though.
No, I don't think. I don't think that was on Rampage. Here, wait, let me see. The
It
cage
was like
match.
Exodus something.
No, I think Exodus Prime was not yesterday. Yeah, no, it wasn't yesterday.
Gotcha.
Um, but yeah, a lot of fun stuff happening this week. Obviously, preparing for the new year, so not a ton. The real big stuff I think will happen starting next week. You want to get into some news?
Yeah, I guess so. One person who will not be in the Rumble this year is AJ Styles. 2 hours ago, he announced that he's got a broken fucking ankle.
But apparently, it doesn't require surgery, from what I've heard.
Yeah, but he's gonna be out for a long time, apparently.
Really?
Like he said it's gonna be the long well not maybe not like a long time, but like he said it's going to be the longest he's ever been out of the ring for.
Hmm. Last I heard, he had a similar injury to this. Was I think it was broken meniscus that didn't require surgery, or a hairline fracture on his ankle. Um, and he was out 6 weeks. And if it's anything similar to that, we could see a similar time frame. Um, but man, hope he recovers quickly.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll see him again soon.
I also
I mean,
this is also a shame because I don't want to see the Good Brothers without AJ Styles. I don't want to see them
yeah.
without like a forefront guy, a foreman. I guess Mia Yim could be the foreman, but I don't know.
Um,
I don't want them without one.
no, I know. Um, also in some sad news, apparently Jason Strife passed away.
Oh,
Um, who was a wrestler and a promoter for um Mag I believe it's Magnum Pro Wrestling.
oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Magnum. So they misspelled it in the Fightful article and said Magnum.
Hmm.
Um he wrestled November 16th against Powerhouse Hobbs on Dark. Um so that's really sad.
Yeah.
Um and then in addition to that sad news also as I'm sure plenty of people know, Dom West passed away I think yesterday.
Yeah. Both SmackDown and Rampage had tributes to him.
Yeah, I think Michael Cole like mentioned it in the middle of like a
It
match.
was the opening to the first match. Um, 'Cause I literally just rewatched the episode like an
Mm.
hour ago. But yeah, it's such a shame. Don West was a very legendary commentator.
Yeah.
Um, I think he had a lot of time and impact, and you know, great voice of wrestling.
Yeah. A lot of people have some really great memories about him that they've been sharing on Twitter.
Hmm.
But in some less sad news, in some less sad news, I just want everyone to know that Tamatonga won the best body for NJPW
Should have
this
been
year.
Despe.
Yeah, honestly.
Despe had a thong on. He's showing that
He's
ass.
yeah, robbed. Robbed.
Yeah.
Um Also speaking of Japanese wrestling, there's a possibility, according to Takaki Kidani, the Bushiroad CEO, there's a possibility that Sasha Banks is going to be at the Tokyo Dome.
I thought she was already going to be like they were gonna fly her out already.
I think that they aren't certain. Um, but on December 8th, it was reported that she's expected to be there.
Hmm.
And then Takaki Kidani said officially there's a possibility.
I think it's guaranteed she's gonna be there, unless
That's gonna
like
be so exciting to see though.
yeah. I hope she challenges Kyrie for that title.
Um, yeah, I'm just excited to see her back in the ring.
Hmm.
Um, would like Naomi to come back in some regard, but
Yeah. We'll see though. We'll see what happens with Naomi.
yeah.
Glad Sasha's
Um,
having a lot of fun though.
yeah. Um, Also Zaya Brookside came back to Stardom and she joined up with
Oh.
Mina Shirakawa and Mariah May.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So it's weird to see her face because it's been so long since I've seen her face.
Yeah.
Um, and then in addition to people acquiring people, I guess, that's a segue. Um, I believe this happened on Impact, and we didn't see it. Um, Anthony Green is going to be coming back, or not coming back, coming to Impact Wrestling.
Oh, cool.
Um, he's debuting on January 5th, and he's going to fight Black Taurus to start.
Oh, cool. So
Kind of
he's
sucks because
jobbing
I'm
out
pretty
to
sure Black Taurus
Taurus.
is. Do you think he's going to job out, or do you think Black Taurus is going to job out?
Uh, Green's gonna job out because Taurus has been. He, I think he's next in line for that X Division title.
He fucking better be.
Hmm.
He has worked so hard.
I feel like he's gonna have a big. Him or Crazy Steve are gonna have some revenge against Trey Miguel for that spray paint spot.
Yeah, they better. I will have revenge.
I've also got a little bit of acquisition news as well. Some big news that happened this week. I don't know if you have this.
I do.
Okay,
I assume.
it probably is.
Um, yeah, Dragon Lee is signing with or has signed with WWE, which is really exciting.
And very, very interesting.
Yes.
Because it's a very public thing. And AAA just gave him and Dralistico the tag titles. And I don't know if Dragon Lee's gonna go into WWE with the title. We're not seeing Carl Anderson with the never open weight title. But who knows if the partnership, because we AAA and WWE are kind of partnering. Um, who knows if that's a bigger partnership than the New Japan WWE one? Um, so maybe we'll see that title. I feel like it'd be weird to see one half of a tag title and only not see the other tag partner.
Yeah,
Um,
that
but
would feel a little weird.
is he going to NXT or is he just going to main?
NXT.
Okay, okay, that'll be. I'm. Oh man, does Hard Justice need a partner, a deputy?
Imagine
I
a little badge.
Like, what dumbass gimmick could they give Dragon Lee?
Hopefully they don't give him a dumbass gimmick, and they're like, "It's Dragon Lee."
Pretend you're Shawn Michaels. You're basically like trying to make cartoons out of everyone. What dumbass what silly gimmick do you give Dragon Lee? Because Scripts already has that whole market cornered. So
Yeah.
you got to give Dragon Lee something else.
Hmm.
Can't just be flippy guy because we got Scripts and Axiom.
I don't know. Now that you've said deputy to hard justice, I can't look past that.
I got one.
Hmm.
A medieval knight that time traveled. Think about it.
Okay.
Dragon Lee, fucking knight, and wears like dragon armor, but he has to like wrestle in the armor. Every match
I
gets
like the idea.
disqualified.
I like the idea of like him having like um you remember how Saray had like her necklace that transformed her?
Yeah,
I want him to have like a dragon scale that like when he holds it, it gives him superpowers, and then like he can like win the match that way. Like that's when he like that's the lead up to his finisher.
but it's not like a scale like off the skin. It's like one of those science scales. It just has a dragon taped onto it.
God. Shawn Michaels, don't you dare.
or or Dragon Lee. He wears a paper mache dragon head, a Bruce Lee jumpsuit. Dragon Lee.
I hate this because I don't feel like it's that far out.
They make it the green jumpsuit for the sake of copyright.
It's the green jumpsuit, but it's very obvious. Um Also in some other news, Sami Callihan's contract could be um over soon with Impact, which doesn't mean much, but it could mean something.
I
And
don't
it
see
would really
him.
suck for Impact.
I don't see him anywhere besides Impact. At least anywhere bigger than Impact. Honestly, the
Yeah.
way his wrestling is, maybe a one off in AEW, but I don't see him moving to the Elite or the Fed anytime soon.
Yeah. Um and it would really like be the end of the world for Impact. I mean, they're hemorrhaging people.
Yeah, but they're really good at building new guys. I mean, look at how fast they turned Joe Hendry into like one of their
That is
biggest
true.
stars.
Um Final piece of news I've got, I just thought it was interesting. Apparently, according to Fightful Select, um, there were people in the WWE. I don't know how that happened. I sorry, the WWE said the WWE. Um, there were higher ups in the WWE that were all for clauses in contracts that were no cut clauses. So like you can't just do what was happening where, people were just getting released mid contract. Um but Vince apparently, and this is the wording that Fightful Select used, vehemently opposed it.
Yeah, we know that was a big thing with people getting cut in the middle of their contracts. And it was something that's very fucked up.
It is.
Um, but hopefully they can enact those clauses now,
Yeah.
make it a bit more fair. I mean, we're not seeing random releases with NXT like we used to. Now it's very much part of the cycle. Like there's a set amount of time that you're there for, and if you show growth, you show promise, they'll keep you. If you don't, you get released. We saw that with Bodie Hayward, and a couple more developmental talent. Um, so At least things seem to be changing in that regard, and hopefully we get that clause in the
Yeah.
contract soon.
Yeah.
Protect the talent.
It's just fucked up to like be like, no, fuck the contract,
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
It's so one-sided.
Yeah. But that's the news I've got today.
All right, so let's talk about some wrestling. Let's talk about all the wrestling that's happened this week. Starting off with NXT. Raw was all like a best of the year show. NXT, we started off with JD McDonough versus Julius Creed. Fucking awesome match. This was so good. Oh my god. Julius Creed wins with the sliding lariat. Um, the fact that Julius Creed can just like stack up to a guy like JD McDonough who's been doing this for years and for a long time,
Hmm.
and Julius Creed is new to the business, and they can have like such an incredible match, just shows how talented Creed is.
Yeah.
Julius is one of the best talents we've got in NXT.
He's got a lot of promise, and I think that he's gonna be great.
Yeah,
Um, Especially in such a short period of time.
yeah, yeah. We then had an interview with Tony D and Stax. Um, we then had Cora Jade versus Wendy Chu. Wendy Chu wins with a splash. Their their Twitter back and forths have been so great. Or
I
rather,
haven't seen them.
it's Cora Jade insulting Wendy, and then Wendy just like claps back in the best way. Like, let me try and find one. Wendy Chu's hilarious.
Winnie Chu is really funny. I was kind of skeptical of her at first because I just didn't understand her gimmick,
Mm.
but I have been enjoying her immensely. I would also enjoy putting on this cardigan if I could figure that out.
So, um, Wendy Chu posted a selfie on Twitter. Cora Jade responded, "Grow up." And then Wendy Chu just quote tweets saying, "Wash your ass." Oh my god. Um, Cora Jade also retweeted a NXT ad for their match, said, "I hate children." And Wendy Chu said, "Children hate your dumb ass too."
Oh my
So,
god.
oh my, Wendy's winning not only in the ring but also in the Twitter game.
Good for her. Um, yeah, I was like, that was really loud. Damn. Sorry. Um, I was really not sure of her at first, but I have been like, all of her matches, all of her promos are just like so fun.
Yeah. And Wendy Chu is a also phenomenal wrestler. Like she's a great talent. We saw the work she put in for the what was her fucking name when she was with Xia Li?
Oh,
I
oh,
can't remember.
Tian Sha, or was that?
Yes, something like that. She
Yeah,
put in great work there, and she's putting in great work as the very opposite of that character.
I know. It's so weird.
Um, we then had an Ikemen Jiro promo where apparently Script stole his jacket last week, and he's gonna have a match, wanting it back. And we get that match. Scripps wins, and then keeps the jacket, I
Pretty easy.
guess, or gives it back to Ikemen. I
Well,
don't know.
he draped it over Ikemen,
Hmm.
so I guess
Ikemen's also a great talent that I feel like is not given very much in NXT, and hopefully that changes because he is so great. He is so great.
he is really fun to watch, and he's got good promo skills. It's a shame that it doesn't seem like WWE knows how to use him.
Yeah, and I think it might be the language barrier too. We don't know
Could
how
be.
well he speaks English.
He speaks English pretty well, though. I mean, like he cut that promo, and he was speaking English for the whole promo.
Yeah, yeah. So then after that we had Lash Legend versus Lyra Valkyria, where Lyra wins via a splash, and you point out that that might be her finish. And if her finish is just a splash, that is lame. We know what she's capable of.
It's literally just a belly flop. It's like
So if I went to Cage Match right now and I looked up Lyra Valkyria's finish, what would it say? Oh, cool. It doesn't have any finish.
I don't remember what it was in NXT UK, but I remember it was not stupid.
Yeah, what is... because sometimes pro wrestling fandom has finishers too.
Yeah, that's usually where I go to find all of my finishers. Well, all the finishers I need to find.
I th
Not my finishers.
I don't think they have her as yeah, they don't have her as Lyra Valkyria yet. Let's see, in wrestling. Yeah, her finishing move previously was a diving split leg drop. Um I don't know what that looks like.
I imagine it's probably similar to what Carmelo Hayes does with the um oh like the what is it?
The leg
The
drop.
fuck yeah, it's a leg drop.
Um
Um
which is
I think
not a
it's similar to that.
sustainable finisher. Like
No.
don't have that as your finisher because you'll ruin your body. Um
Um Also Lyra Valkyria is like very close to Taya Valkyrie in my head, and it's
yeah.
like throwing me off a lot.
Yeah, I think it was Taya Valkyrie who pointed that out on Twitter.
Mm,
Um but I also like when I think of Lyra Valkyria, I don't think of Taya Valkyrie, but that might be because I know Aoife Valkyrie, so
yeah, I mean, well, I knew who Aoife Valkyrie was,
mhm,
but and I loved her.
yeah.
So, but I don't know. Every time I see Valkyria, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean WWE hasn't they've been showing a lot of gimmick infringement lately,
Yeah.
like Sarah Logan.
Bad.
Um but moving on from that, we got a promo from Toxic Attraction where we're kind of seeing how they are without Mandy Rose now. Um we'll see how they can sustain themselves.
It wasn't that bad,
It wasn't.
so I have a little bit of hope for them. Um,
Who do you have as the mouthpiece though?
I guess you hope and pray that they'll be the mouthpieces.
Do you bring Dana Brooke down to NXT and have her be the face?
They
Or
would.
Carmella.
Oh,
Yeah, I
I
feel like
don't know
she'd
when
be
she'll be
good.
back,
I don't know.
but
Cause
that'd be really cool.
Carmella was out for a while with like medical stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to get wrong whatever it was because it was pretty big and pretty important what happened with her. But yeah, she's been out for a while with that. Um, so I would love to see her in that role, but at the same time, I also don't know if they should do that. Like just replace Mandy with someone else.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they should try to see if Toxic Attraction themselves can like fly as a tag team on their own without being a stable.
Or if Cora Jade be the new face, the singles person.
Yeah, maybe. She doesn't have the same panache that Mandy had though.
She'd be better fit for Judgment Day.
Yeah.
She's been wearing the colors a lot. It's by Pat.
Um I do hope that when Carmella comes back, it's as like that fun Carmella that we had,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to how they went through so much effort to rebrand her, and then they slowly slipped back into Money Mella, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
how the
I
fuck did
have
we do
faith that
that?
they'll give her a better gimmick now.
I hope.
I
It,
got
it was
hope.
almost like it's almost like when like you make like a resolution at the end of the year and you're like, I'm gonna do this, and then slowly throughout the year you stop doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're strong at first, and then you're like, eh. That's kind
Yeah.
of how Carmella was with like the gimmick.
Yeah. Which isn't totally on her.
No, I'm not blaming her. I'm just saying that that's exactly what happened.
Um, After that, we also had Schism versus Odyssey Jones, Malik Blade, and Idris Enofe. This is pretty fun. Schism wins with a springboard lariat from Joe Gacy onto, I think it was Malik Blade. Um, and then we had Fallon Henley versus Kiana James for the bar. And Fallon Henley wins. And Brooks Jensen kind of rooting for the wrong team.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep up with this story at all because this is bad. I don't like anyone involved. Maybe Fallon. I kind of like Fallon, but this is just so. This whole thing's so cringy.
It's just like poor Jensen. He's made out to be such a fucking idiot.
Mm-hmm. Horny idiot.
Yeah.
He's very horny.
Yeah. Um, but I have been enjoying Fallon Henley's character.
No, she's great. She's great.
She's better than she was in AEW.
Yeah. So then we had the Drew Gulak Invitational, where he kind of does the technical wrestler beating up younger guys thing. This time to 3 guys in the middle of the ring, but then Charlie Dempsey comes out, and I think they didn't announce a match next week, but it was Charlie Dempsey versus one of Drew's students next week. Hopefully Drew Gulak versus Charlie Dempsey will be like New Year's Evil or a Vengeance Day match. These guys will have like a classic. It'll be that good. Like, remember Drew Gulak versus Daniel Bryan? How amazing that was.
It was incredible.
This could be similar.
Yeah, that was really good, and I'm excited to see that when it happens because Charlie Dempsey is just so fun to watch and kind of scary.
And maybe they can debut Regal, maybe as his manager for that.
He's not allowed to be on TV until like 2024.
Well, his last day at AEW was yesterday.
Yeah, but he's part of his like deal with like going over to WWE is that he's not allowed to be on TV until like the year after this coming.
I thought it was 2023. I thought it was like once
Pretty sure
New
it's
Year hit.
2024. I think.
Let's see, William Regal TV. Let's see, update on if he can appear on TV. Okay, yeah, you're right. The soonest Regal could appear on TV is 2024, according to WrestlingInc.com.
Yeah, which is a real shame, but
yeah, maybe there'll be a masked manager for Charlie Dempsey named William Weagle or Steven Regal.
There's always a chance.
Yeah. And then we had the main event, Tony D'Angelo versus Wesley for the North American Championship. Wesley wins with a Pele kick. This was a lot of fun. But Dijak came out and arrested fucking Stacks immediately. Or not immediately, but like just before the finish, distracted Tony D. I say arrested, but he strangled the man. Truly some hard justice.
Well, hard justice catches up with you sometimes.
So Wes retains. I don't know what Wes has planned next. I don't know who his next challenger is going to be. Probably hard justice again. But we'll see. So then we had Dynamite. We had like a fantastic Dynamite. Like, this was an amazing episode.
Which ironically, I think viewership like sank because of like some college Pro Bowl.
It was like 800,000.
900. Oh, well, it was like 800. I think it dipped below 900.
Because like last week was 900,000, and then this week was lower.
Yeah.
I think it was like 847, something like that.
Just really low.
Yeah. Oh no, that time last year it was 900,000, so this was below that. But we started off the episode with Bryan Danielson versus Ethan Page. A hell of a match. Bryan Danielson wins with a kind of a crossface, um, passes out Ethan Page. But before the match, MJF comes out and sits in his little perch with oh, I forget her name. She had a name, like she's an indie wrestler. Who's his entourage?
His arm candy.
It's Arm Candy. Yeah, I forget who it was. Um, but yeah, a little some Arm Candy, and Bryan Danielson wins in a very very great match. We then had an interview with Wardlow, but immediately into the interview, Samoa Joe runs in and just beats Wardlow with a pipe. Why is that his weapon of choice? A fucking pipe.
Everybody in AEW has weird fucking weapons of choice. Like Pac loves his hammers.
Which didn't Pac pull out like a real ass hammer last time?
I think so.
Because I think it was on BTE. Like everyone had bell hammers, but then Pac pulls out like a legit hammer. So then we had John Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli versus Top Flight. This was a fantastic match. Also, Claudio picks up the win for his team with the European uppercut. Top Flight are showing that they are like gonna be a top team in AEW. Just give
Yeah.
it time. They just need a talker. None of them are good at talking.
Yeah. They really aren't.
I don't know if AR Fox is good at talking. Um,
I haven't um ever really seen anything with him.
you gotta give him
Um
a good mouthpiece.
he is a veteran, so maybe he is.
Maybe, maybe.
Um but yeah, I think that's the last thing they really need is just the promo skills because they've got the, Cirque du Soleil fucking shit down pat.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Um. So then we had an interview with the best friends, Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford. Kip wants a title shot, but because he eliminated Orange from the trios battle royale thing. But then Trent was like, "But then I eliminated you, so that means I get a title shot first." Orange Cassidy's like, "Yep, it means Trent gets a title shot first on Rampage." So that's one of the matches that we'll be covering.
and
Um,
Trent was like, "Are you sure about this?" Like,
mm.
so it was an interesting promo.
And I'm loving Orange's reign, where he's just like, "Yeah, just give me challengers. I'll just fight
Yeah.
anyone, anytime."
He I think he was in an interview or something and he said, "I'm just really good at punching. That's why I have the All Atlantic Championship."
Yeah, I mean that
I was like,
sells the Orange Punch.
"Yeah,
So then we had Hook versus Balaam Lynx, and Hook wins with a red rum, little jobber match. But Stokely comes out with Big Bill and Lee Moriarty. Jungle Boy comes out and fights with Lee Moriarty, and Hook, awesome shot, gets face to face with Big Bill. Big Bill's like towering over Hook. Um, it looks so cool. But then Jungle Boy comes in with a 2x4. Like another weird weapon, just a 2x4. And like you're in an arena. I'm sure there's plenty of normal shit to have, but instead you pull out a 2x4.
yeah." Like, what were they doing earlier that required a 2 by 4?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was for the
Was it left
ring.
over from the ring? Like,
So then we get an interview with Mogul Affiliates. Wheeler Yuta comes in, challenges Swerve on Rampage. Swerve also says we'll find out who the big dude, Grandin Getzman, we'll find out who he is soon.
I don't think I
Um,
want to. I think I know enough.
yeah, I just keep him nameless at this point. Have him be Tatted Guy. Tatted Weirdo. That's his name. Tatman.
Tatman.
So then we have the Elite versus Death Triangle. The Elite picks up a win. This was Falls Count Anywhere. It was a really good Falls Count Anywhere because we thought it was going to end in the ring with Pac and Nick, I think it was. But then Kenny gives a one-winged angel to
No, it was
Phoenix.
Pac and Matt.
What?
It's Pack and Matt
Pack and Matt. But then Kenny gives a one-winged angel to Phoenix onto a table, like right next to the crowd.
off of like a high up their ledge.
Yeah,
It was a bit of a fall.
yeah. And funny thing is, this match started with a backstage brawl.
I
It,
like that with like Falls Count Anywhere matches where it's like we can start this whenever we really want. Like it
but
doesn't matter.
but do you get the reference?
Oh.
Yeah, they've been throwing shots at the whole brawl out thing with like all these matches.
That yeah, it's kind of funny to me. I
Hmm
know some people don't find it funny, but I think it's kind of funny.
There was also wasn't it this match where there's like chairs thrown like
Yeah.
repeatedly like I think it was Matt who just throws chairs at all of the Death Triangle members, and that was the
Yeah.
thing. The chair was thrown during brawl out.
Still funny to me.
Yeah. Yeah, probably next one we'll have like a dog.
Oh no.
The Escalera was it Escalera Day on Hell or whatever. The Escalera match.
Yeah.
Escalera de Muertos or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um they'll probably just have a dog run in and Kenny tries to save the dog. That would be so hilarious. Oh my god.
That would be really fucking
It
funny.
turns out it's Will Ospreay's dog. And so he unleashed the dog to sabotage the elite. Oh my
God.
god. Wait. Wait. What day is Wrestle Kingdom? Wait a minute.
Not sure.
January 4th. Oh. Okay, the Escalera de Muertos match isn't next week. It's the week after. I was like,
Okay.
wait, how is Kenny going to be in two places at once? But no, so that would be fucking hilarious though if Osprey just unleashed a dog to stop.
That would be really funny.
Oh my god. Um. So then we have the acclaimed rap against Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, and Sanjay Dutt, and they threw shots at Kurt Angle's wife, and she was pissed. She threatened
Really?
Max Caster. He dropped a line that was like steal money, like Kurt Angle's wife, something like that. Um, and she was pissed on social media. Kurt Angle made an angry tweet as well, but deleted it. But it was a great rap. It was so
It was
good.
really good rap.
um, oh man, I want to see. Did Sanjay Dutt already do a rap? I think he
I
did.
think he tried to, yeah. And it
Oh
didn't
man,
go incredibly
I
well.
want him to do another one because it was so funny.
I can't tell if I'm mistaking him for the guns, but
No, it was definitely Sanjay. I think Sanjay definitely did do a rap. Sanjay Dutt rap. Um, yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah. Um, so that was great. And then we had Anna JAS and Ty Mello versus Willow Nightingale and Ruby Soho. Anna and Ty win via Ty KO. This was a fun match. That kind of Willow and Ruby kind of at each other's throats a little bit,
yeah,
which is
there
kind of
was
weird.
some beef.
Yeah. Like Will kept getting in the match and Ruby kept wanting to tag in.
Yeah.
And was angry every time Willow tagged in. Um so then we had Samoa Joe versus Wardlow, the main event for the TNT Championship. Joe gets on the mic after trying to injure Wardlow previously. He's like, "Will Wardlow come out?" Wardlow comes out as he's being chased by refs and medical staff. Um, then they have the match. Joe wins with the Coquina clutch. After the match, it looks like they're going to be honorable and respectful, shake hands. But then Joe smacks Wardlow with the belt, cuts off his ponytail, The Darby Allin comes out and attacks Joe. So we're getting this rematch. I feel like there's no way Darby can win after what the last match looked like, which was gnarly. Darby got demolished.
Yeah. You got like bulldozed.
Yeah. But Sting and Darby had an amazing promo on Rampage. Like
Yeah, I heard.
it was just Sting hyping up Darby. He was like, "Get shut up and get the fuck out there and fight Joe. Win your belt back." Um and I think Sting recently said like he's not going to wrestle any more singles matches again. He's going to do only tag matches, and he said Darby is going to be part of his last run, which makes sense.
Kind of hate it, but whatever.
Um, but it's very clear Sting is gonna do like a passing of the torch to Darby. Um, in this last run, because I think they're gonna go to Japan together, and bless you, and do like a tag match. I think. Let's see, Sting, Noah. Yes, Sting will take part in the Great Muda's retirement match. Um, okay, he's gonna team with Muda, but Darby's not gonna be there. Okay, that's happening on the 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, tonight is Noah's New Year's show. I'm gonna have Shinsuke versus Muda.
Oh
They
yeah.
did the press conference for that. That'll be interesting. Oh, I want to try and watch that back if we can tomorrow.
Yeah,
Which
definitely.
we do have Wrestle Universe still. So
There you go. Last year was so fun.
it was. It really was.
It was just like excessively long though. That was like the one downside.
Yeah. Yeah. So now we have SmackDown after Impact was an end of year awards show. Let me see. Well, let me see if I could just quickly pull up the awards that they gave out. So let's see. Show me the awards. There, got some matches. Okay, so Knockout of the Year went to Jordan Grace. Makes sense. X Division Star of the Year went to Mike Bailey. Again, makes sense. Definitely
Yeah.
deserved. Um, Moment of the Year went to Josh Alexander toppling Moose to become Impact World Champion of Rebellion, which we were there for. Um,
That was a good match. That match like made me crazy.
yeah. Can you guess who got Tag Team of the Year?
I can because I know.
Oh. That went to Motor City Machine Guns. Again, deserved. Um, let's see, what are the other awards? Oh, Knockout Tag Team of the Year went to Death Dolls. Makes sense. Um, can you guess who got the one to watch in 2023 of the year?
Hmm.
Kind of like their up and comer of the year, breakout star.
Maybe Joe Hendry?
No,
No.
it was Boopinder.
Boobs!
Yeah, called him a blue chip athlete.
Oh, I'm so happy for him.
And Wrestler of the Year, can you guess who it went to?
Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I knew that, but
Oh, and can you guess what got Match of the Year? I know you. Well, can you guess what got Match of the Year?
no, I can't.
Think of what won it last year. Josh versus TJP,
Oh,
the
was
Iron
it
Man match.
the Josh versus Mike Bailey?
Yeah, it's like they throw in like this, a match that is definitely supposed to be Match of the Year. Have it be an hour long and say, "All right, here you go,"
Yeah.
and then award themselves for it.
I like that.
Yeah. All right, so it's SmackDown. We started with Bray Wyatt opening the show. LA Knight comes out, challenges Bray to the Royal Rumble. Bray accepts, but then Uncle Howdy comes out, and they stand side by side first. But then Uncle Howdy gives Bray a sister Abigail,
Yeah.
clearly showing that they're not on the same side. And
I don't know if Bray knew that though.
it was really funny because LA Knights, we they end on him, and he's like, "What is going on?" Yeah.
Did he actually do that?
I don't think he did, but I every time I heard it referenced,
He's
that's
a
what they have him
fucking
saying.
goofball.
He's
I
Oh my god, he's the best. He's my wrestler of the year, even though he won't win it at the Mike Romies. He's my wrestler of
could
the
say,
year.
don't give it away.
um, so then we have Sami Zayn backstage. He runs into Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman's like, "Look, don't try and like stand out today. Don't have the crowd chanting Sammy, Sammy, because Roman doesn't like that." Then we have Sheamus versus Solo Sikoa. Solo wins with the Samoan Spike after some interference with the Usos. Um, and then Solo lines up to crush Sheamus's head in a chair, like he did with Matt Riddle. But then Drew McIntyre comes out and stops it. And then it's announced that we'll be getting Drew and Sheamus versus the Usos, who I think they're the only team to have ever beaten the Usos in this reign. They did successfully beat them. I don't know if there was any interference. But they won, so they might win the tag titles next week.
That'd be wild.
That would be wild. But I think they want to make next week a big one.
I can imagine because it's like the first show of the year.
Yeah. But would they want to do that not on pay-per-view?
That's a question that I don't have an answer for, but like I feel like they would want to do it in a pay per view.
Or they have some interference happen. They do a Hell in a Cell match at the Rumble for the tag titles.
Hmm.
Because Trips wants to do Hell in a Cell like as normal matches, not as a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. And then
Yeah.
that's where they win it.
That'd be interesting.
Um, so then we have Raquel Rodriguez versus Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's Championship. This was a fucking awesome match. I didn't pay attention to it much last night, but watching it back today, oh my god, Raquel got so much shit in. She looked
Really?
amazing. Ronda looked great too, honestly, and I like that she's letting these younger talents like Raquel, Shotzi. She had another match where I can't remember who she helped like get over, but she's letting them shine a lot, which is great. But
Yeah.
Ronda retains with a Fujiwara armbar, and I didn't catch this yesterday, but they said in a commentary where nobody expects for there to be two title matches in a row. This is before Charlotte comes out. Michael Cole says that title matches are few and far between, so Ronda puts it all in one match.
Oh.
And so Charlotte Flair comes out, returns. She's got a whole new walkout too. I don't know if you heard it.
I thought it sounded the same, but I heard that it was not.
It's not. It is very different. Apparently, it's done by Rob Zombie, which is a
Really?
weird pairing.
Oh, that's
But
exciting.
it's a good song. Um, they have a match. Charlotte immediately gets a big boot. Gets a spear. Ronda tries to lock in an armbar, but Charlotte rolls her up for the win. 42 seconds. Charlotte wins. And the thing that Michael Cole threw in about uh, title matches being few and far between is exactly how Ronda's lost her title twice. Liv Morgan at Money in the Bank, and Charlotte Flair now.
Yeah, I guess that is like a running theme.
And Shayna literally told Ronda, don't do this. Don't do two title matches in one day. So I think we're building up for the feud we really wanted with Ronda, which is her versus Shayna Baszler.
Gotcha.
And Shayna's probably going to be like, you should have listened to me. You lost your title because you didn't listen to me. And who knows who's going to be face, who's going to be heel. I feel like they'll have Shayna do Ultra heel because she's best at that.
Yeah, I can't imagine Shayna's a face, really.
Mm. Apparently, Ronda didn't want, like, she doesn't want to be champion. Like, she likes not being champion. It wasn't her idea to have the title from Liv in the first place.
Yeah.
So, putting her in a feud, not for a title, that's all story with Shayna, be awesome.
Yeah. I agree.
Um, then we have a promo with the Bloodline. Sammy's like, "Hey, do you care if people chant my name like last week? Do you care if like you're out there and you hear Sammy, Sammy?" And Roman's like he pauses, he waits. He's like, "No, tonight's gonna be a cakewalk. You're gonna do all the work. I get to sit back." And Sammy's like, "Yeah, okay." Roman's like, "It's gonna be a breeze." Turns out it wasn't a breeze.
It was not a breeze. Narrator
Um,
voice. It was not a breeze.
so then we go to the locker room. New Day is poking fun at Top Dollar for tripping on the top rope, having that botch. They put a broom down and tell him to jump over the broom. They're like, "Oh, I bet you can't jump over something this low." Um, then Mace and Mansois also like get in on the joke. Ricochet, even Madcap Moss. Um,
I mean, Madcap Moss does like a joke.
he does like a
So,
joke. uh, um, but Top Dollar then hits Ricochet because he's fine with everyone else joking except Ricochet.
yeah.
Um, it's then announced Bray vs. LA Knight will be a pitch black match. Then we get Imperium in the ring. Imperium. Braun Strowman comes out. They lay out Braun. Ricochet comes out for the save. But Ricochet, apparently Gunther got very bloody in this.
Yeah, he got like split open apparently.
Ricochet grabs a chair. He runs him with a chair and he hits like it's the classic wrestling thing where person runs in with a chair, the other person runs out of the ring, and normally the chair like hits the apron or the ropes or something. But Gunther must not have been all the way out of the ring. He gets hit in the head by the chair, and got really split open.
Yeah.
But he was able to walk out on his own, so
Yeah, he just was handed a towel, I think.
yeah. Probably like got scraped by the chair or something.
I mean that, or I mean the skin on your face is very taut, like against like the bones
Yeah.
and whatnot. So it's really easy to split your face in any place for the most part, especially around like the upper half,
Mm-hmm.
which is where he got hit.
Yeah.
So
We also noticed like we noticed that he kind of got hit really bad by the chair.
yeah, I
Um,
don't think Ricochet intended for that to happen, but like it
yeah.
was not a good shot.
I think it's a combination of Ricochet being very fast and Gunther being very tall. The timing just didn't really work out.
Yeah.
But then it was announced that Braun will fight Gunther in 2 weeks for the Intercontinental Championship. Um, and then they made the announcement about the Usos and Drew and Sheamus. And then Ricochet versus Top Dollar for the Royal Rumble qualifying match. And finally, we had the main event, Kevin Owens and John Cena versus Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn. This was really fun. Cena's awesome. Everyone in this match is awesome. I love Kevin Owens improving the whole bloody nose that Sami got. That was great.
Yeah.
Um, this was just a ton of fun. Um, and no, I was expecting KO to stun John Cena after their because they had beef previously.
Yeah.
Because Kevin Owens' call up to the main roster was him challenging Cena immediately. Like he came out, attacked Cena as his call up, as KO was holding the NXT title. Um, so I'm hoping maybe at the Rumble, KO is a shot at that Universal belt. That'd be cool.
Yeah, he and Roman have really good matches. So
Yeah, yeah. All right, so that's the end of SmackDown. Let's talk about a little bit of Rampage. Let's just go over like the matches that happened. We already talked about that promo with Sting and Darby. We had Orange Cassidy versus Trent Beretta to open the show, which was a lot of fun. Um, who knows what the best friends will be like after this match? This didn't go over so well in the end.
apparently, when Trent, I don't know how the match exactly ended, but I know that Trent walked away, um, and went up like the ramp on his own, and somebody, I think it may have been Fightful, um, or Sean Rossap or something like that, said that like the sadness in the arena was like palpable at
Oh.
the concept that the best friends might have broken up just now.
I'm sure they wouldn't have done it that quickly, and we'll probably get like a promo leading up to it if they do break them up.
I hope they don't. Like they've been like so fun.
I am also really hoping that they don't break up because I think I have the best friends to be my AEW Tag Champions
Well,
2023.
we
Oh wait,
all make
no, I don't.
mistakes.
I don't.
Okay.
I had them, but then I changed it. But Orange Cassidy retains that match. We then had Kip Sabian versus, I'm gonna butcher this name, Atiba, Atiba, a jobber match. Kip Sabian basically just makes fun of Orange Cassidy in the whole match. He does Orange Punch. He does the pockets thing. Um, so Kip Sabian and Orange will be a really great match when that eventually happens. We then had Jade Cargill versus Kira Hogan. Jade retains, but Red Velvet kind of turns on Jade.
Yeah. Jade's losing friends.
Yeah,
Jade's got to get better friends.
she still got Layla Gray though,
That was the one friend she really didn't want.
or maybe Jade needs to be a better friend. Ever think about that? But still, they booked a tag match where Jade's teaming with Red Velvet against Kira Hogan and Sky Blue. I feel like that's not gonna be good. Just because Red's not gonna like Jade.
Yeah.
It's really funny because you got two blues, Kira Hogan and Sky Blue. You have Red Velvet, who's kind of going on her own, and then you've got Jade, who's green, and then Layla Gray. All these colors.
Damn. The rainbow.
A rainbow of green, blue, red, and gray. Just need Orange Cassidy to pop in. Or who's another color-based wrestler? Barrett Brown. I've been popping from New Japan. Um, uh, uh, who's another one more um color named wrestler?
Well, they're sky blue.
Well, she's already in the feud. Like she has a tag match with them.
I know. I'm just saying that maybe she could like turn.
Um. Oh my God. Why am I forgetting colors right now?
Colors, Mark. Colors. For a
Mar-
dollar, name a color.
Maroon 5 plays a song. Isn't there a wrestler named Violet? Why am I? I feel like there's a wrestler named Violet something. Something Violet. I feel like that should be somebody's wrestling name, Violet.
Because she's always wearing purple, my brain's like Willow Nightingale. And I'm like, that's not, those aren't colors.
Oh, Ruby Soho.
There you go.
Why why not have Ruby and Jade feud? That'd be awesome. Have Ruby and Jade. That'd be great. I could see the poster now.
That would
work
be fun.
work
Wait,
that.
did that happen?
No, I don't think so. Ruby Soho versus Jade Cargill. Because I don't think she ever went for the, Oh, I know. Yeah, she did wrestle. January of this year.
Hmm.
Interesting. Alright, so after that we had Swerve Strickland versus Wheeler Yuta in the main event. From what I saw, it was a decent match. Swerve wins. It's kind of a shame, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
If you're gonna push the new faction, have their leader win. Alright, and that's this week in wrestling. Do you want to do... Actually, before we do predictions, let's talk about top 5 matches of the week.
Yes.
My top match of the week 100% is Mox and Claudio versus Top Flight. Do you agree?
Okay.
I think that match was just incredible. Next up... Oh, it's between Danielson and Page and the Elite versus Death Triangle. Which one do you think was better?
Um, I'd go with the Death Triangle match.
Okay. And then I'd put Danielson versus Ethan Page. And then I've got Raquel versus Ronda as the next up, number 4.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was a wonderful match. And then 5th best match of the week probably go to KO and Cena versus Roman and Sammy.
Okay, that was fun.
It's either that or Joe versus Wardlow.
Mm, no, because Wardlow's injured, so it's kind of like a match.
He didn't really sell the injury well in the match until like the
No, he
last
didn't.
second.
He didn't sell that at all.
The last second, he was like, "Oh, I can't powerbomb him," but you just
Yeah.
powerbombed him like a second ago. And adrenaline only works so well.
There was like a moment where he was like walking like a normal person. I was like,
Yeah. All right.
oh.
So those are our top matches of the week. We've got no predictions to recap. Although after we do our predictions for Wrestle Kingdom, instead of doing like a little game like we normally do, how about we go over our champions predictions from 2022
Okay.
that we made during the Mike Romies.
There.
All right, so let's talk about some Wrestle Kingdom. This is only night 1. Night 2 card is not out yet. So, first match. A lot of these are going to be like huge toss-ups. But Ryohei Oiwa versus Bolton Oleg. So, a Young Lions match.
Okay. I don't fucking know. Oiwa?
I'm going with Oiwa too because even though Oleg is new, I just think that means that they're gonna give him loss after loss like Oiwa has been. There's the New Japan Rambo. No entrants have been announced. But let's just throw out 2 names to win. And the winner gets to determine who will challenge for the provisional KOPW title at New Year Dash. So wait, is it 2 wrestlers that win? Is that normally how it works?
I don't remember.
Um. Da, 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 da. So it's like over the top rope kind of stuff. Oh, or pinfall or submission. Um. I think it's 2. Let's see. New Japan Rambo 2022. Who won that? Oh, okay. So it went to a four-way match this year. It was Chase Owens, Shima, Suzuki, and Yano that all won. So let's pick four people. I don't know if it's gonna go to a four-way, but pick four people. Each person correct is a point. Does that make sense? Maybe we only get one. We only get a loss if we get all of them wrong.
Uh, okay. I haven't watched in so long. I don't know if I can name four people.
So a lot of comedy guys.
I'd go with Yano.
Wait. So I'm going with Toriano as well. Um, I'm gonna say Shingo, since he currently has it.
I was going to say Shingo as well.
Right now, Shingo does not have a match on the
I'm gonna
card.
go on a limb here, and I'm gonna say, can I say something that's vague, but like I think it's fair?
Okay.
Um, a non-New Japan wrestler.
Give me a specific promotion.
I'll go with Glate because they were love Glate.
Because I feel like non-New Japan could be a little too open-ended.
Yeah.
Um, does Taichi have a match on the card? Because he could. He does not have a match on the card. I'm gonna say Taichi. And so each of us gets one more. So who was it? It was Shima, Chase Owens, Suzuki, Yano last year.
I'll go with Chase.
Chase Owens. Oh man. I'm gonna say Tom Lawler.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so next up we've got the Antonio Inoki Memorial Six-Man Tag Team match. So this is Yuji Nagata, Satoshi Kojima, and Togi Makabe versus Tatsumi Fujinami, Minoru Suzuki, and Tiger Mask.
I'm gonna go with the team that's not got Tiger Mask on it.
That's not got Tiger Mask. Okay. I'm going with the team with Tiger Mask on it.
Okay.
So you're picking Yuji Nagata, Satoshi Kojima, and Togi Makabe.
Oh, actually,
It's written
now that I
down.
think about it. Hmm?
It's written down. You could change it. You could change it.
I'll go with Tiger Mask team. Also, you know what I didn't realize?
What?
The person who got the pin on Minoru Suzuki in that final Suzuki-gun match was Zach.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, which I thought was really interesting.
Yeah. That is very interesting, especially I'm hoping that they do like a Saber Goon kind of thing. All right, so next up we have Catch 22, which is TJP and Francesco Akira versus Leo, Rush, and Yo for the junior tag titles. I think I'm gonna go with Catch 22. Think so.
Which one was Catch 22 again?
Huh?
Which one? Who was Catch 22 again?
Francesco Akira and TJP.
I'll go with Leo Rush,
Okay.
just to make it interesting.
I feel like they're now that they dismantled Suzuki Goon, they're gonna want to really build up or not build up a faction, but like really push a faction, and United Empire might be that.
Yeah, it's a strong one to build up. So
Yeah. So next up, I think this is A very easy one. Kyrie versus Tam Nakano for the IWGP Women's Championship.
I'm gonna go with Tam.
Really?
I I don't know. I think so. Stop saying that whenever I make a prediction.
It's like, well, I
You
don't.
may as well just say wrong.
Well, what do I know? I just don't think they would have their inaugural champion lose in the
I
first
sure that Kyrie
defense.
got injured or something.
Hmm.
I just remember seeing something about that on Fightful.
Is she injured?
I think so.
Oh, she sprained her ankle.
Yeah,
Before winning the championship.
gotcha.
So yeah, she already wrestled with a sprained ankle. Next up we have, oh boy, FTR versus Bishamon. This is gonna be another disappointment.
Yeah.
Who are you picking?
Who am I picking?
I don't know. I can't read your mind. I don't have Apollo Crews powers.
I'll go with Bishamon.
Yep, I'm going with Bishamon as well. It seems like they're clearing house of FTR's titles.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Zack Sabre Jr. versus Ren Narita for the NJPW World Television Championship.
Zack Sabre Jr. Just because I'm annoying.
I think I'm gonna go with him too. Although, oh man, Ren Narita would be like a good moment. Oh man, I don't know. I feel like this is a toss-up. Because why would you book a match like this unless you wanted the underdog to win?
It's true.
I'm going with Ren Narita.
Okay.
They want a big Wrestle Kingdom moment. I feel like that's it. That's like if they booked Shota Umino versus Will Ospreay at Wrestle Kingdom. Like I feel like you know who's gonna win that. All right, next we have Carl Anderson versus Tama Tonga for the Never Openweight Championship, and we'll probably see AJ Styles there.
I'm gonna go with Tama.
Okay. Oh man, I'm gonna go with Tama Tonga too. Why not? Who knows at this point?
Yeah.
Next we've got Keiji Muto, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Shota Umino versus Tetsuya Naito, Sanada, and Bushi. This is
Hmm.
Muto's last New Japan match.
I'd have to go with him then.
Yeah. All right. Next, we've got Taiji Ishimori versus El Desperado versus Hiromu Takahashi versus Master Wato for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. Oh man, this one's tough.
I'm gonna go with Hiromu.
Going with Hiromu.
Yeah.
Okay. Hmm. Who did Taiji win it from? Is it Despe?
Yeah, I think so. And he's had it for a while.
He has had it for a while. He hasn't defended it very much though. Do I pick Watto? Am I gonna be that guy?
I mean, it's not the craziest thing in the world.
Oh man. I'm gonna make a safe pick. I'm gonna pick Taiji.
Okay.
Next, we've got Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega for the IWGP United States Championship. This one, oh my god. How do you even have one side win?
Damn. I do not know.
Like, I feel like if you're gonna have Kenny lose, you need someone from Bullet Club to come in and kick him out of Bullet Club in the middle of the match. Like, you need fucking Ghetto to come out and lay him out.
I don't see Will Ospreay losing it.
Yeah. Although, would Kenny roll up to the trios match in 2 weeks with the U.S. belt? That's the thing.
I'm gonna go with Ospreay.
Hmm. I don't know. I don't know. Like both could win.
Yeah, it's a fucking toss up.
And New Japan does love giving their titles to outsiders. I'm going with Kenny. I'm going with Kenny. Because I remembered Mox having the title. And I think they might want to have some matches on AEW, on Dynamite, for the belt.
Okay. I guess that makes sense. But sticking with mine.
That's fair. All right, and finally we have the main event: Jay White versus Kazuchika Okada.
It better be Jay White.
I'm not so confident I'm going with Okada. Either way.
I'm not confident. I'm just saying it better be Jay White.
I know, but LOL, Okada wins. It's like Cena. It's unfortunate, but what's Okada's Wrestle Kingdom record? Let's see. Is there any way I can look up just his Wrestle Kingdom matches? Like the thing is, say Kota Ibushi comes back, which might happen. Would they want to run back Okada versus Ibushi this time for the title instead of at the G1?
I guess there's a chance.
Okada will probably still win, but they can still run back the match. Oh man, I'm going with Okada. It's the safest bet.
It is.
Either way, I'm happy. Either Jay wins, and I'm overjoyed, or Okada wins, and I'm not surprised, but I get the point. All right, so those are our predictions for Wrestle Kingdom. You want to go over our championship predictions?
Yeah, let's do that.
Since it is the last day of the year, no more title changes are happening now that yesterday happened. There's no other shows going on. Unfortunately, yesterday doesn't change our predictions at all. And some of these, remember, we made these predictions drunk. So a lot of them
very drunk.
might not be good. I I'm changing that this year. I already made my predictions for next year.
Yeah, I've got to make mine.
We are not going to go into it drunk this time.
No.
All right, so remember, this is predicting the champions, who the champions will be by the end of the year. So, as of today, who will be these champions? Starting off with WWE, we've got the WWE champion. Oh, man. I was so confident about this, too. I picked Xavier Woods.
Yeah.
You picked Brian Cage.
Yeah. Well, I was drunk and I was under the impression that Brian Cage was coming back to the WWE because you made me believe it.
Yeah, I did say he would appear at the Rumble. Which he did not. So that is wrong on both accounts.
Yeah.
United States champion, I picked Braun Breaker. You picked Riddle. Braun Breaker hasn't even made it close to the main roster yet.
Yeah.
Raw Women's champion, I picked Bayley, and that got close. That got very close. And you picked Asuka. Raw Tag Team Champions, I picked Los Lotharios. Not even close. You picked Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens. That title match did happen.
Yeah.
Or no, it wasn't a title match, but they did win.
Yeah.
24/7 champion, which will be the last time this is ever predicted on because the title's gone. I picked Sami Zayn. You picked Cedric Alexander. Neither of those were true. It is, who was the last one? Nikki Cross.
Yeah.
Universal champion. We both picked Roman Reigns. We're good. Intercontinental champion. We both picked Rick Boogs. It is Gunther. Very much not correct. SmackDown Women's Champion. I, for some reason, picked Xia Li. You picked Sasha Banks.
I mean, that was a safe bet.
It was at the time. Who knew
Yeah.
what would have happened? Who knew we'd be looking at potentially Kyrie versus Sasha Banks at Wrestle Kingdom?
Yeah.
SmackDown Tag Team Champions. I picked Alpha Academy. You picked RK Bro. Very much both wrong. NXT Champion. I picked Carmelo Hayes. That felt like a good choice. Really did. You picked Julius Creed. It's Braun Breaker, so none of us are right.
I was wishful.
North American Champion. I had Idris Enofe. You had Trick Williams. Neither are Wesley. NXT Women's Champion. You would have gotten this right. So I picked Cora Jade. You picked Mandy Rose. You were so close.
I was damn close.
Oh, man. NXT Tag Team Champions. I picked the Creed brothers. You picked GYV, who aren't even GYV anymore. Who is it now? Oh, it's the New Day. Who could have guessed that? NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. I picked Kaylee Ray and Dakota Kai. You picked Karen Q, who's now Wendy Chu, and Tiffany Stratton, who were fighting at the time, I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know why you went with that.
Yeah.
You were like, they'll make up eventually. Wait, no, they weren't even fighting because you called her Karen Q and not Wendy
That's
Chu.
where I'm confused.
I don't know why you picked this team. This is a weird one. Who is it now? It's is it still Kaden and Katana?
I think so.
Okay. NXT UK Championship. So we're not going by the unification. We're going by who just before the unification, right? Because the unification would be Braun Breaker, Mandy Rose. Fucking, I don't know who unified. Oh, Pretty Deadly, I think. But so we're going with the last Soul Champions. I picked Ilya Dragunov. You picked Noam Dar. I got close with Ilya. I got so close.
I think I of dreamed that Noam Dark finally came back.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh man, what wishful thinking. Heritage Cup. I picked Charlie Dempsey. You picked Dave Mastiff. Why'd you pick Dave Mastiff?
I
That's an
don't
interesting
know.
choice.
I was very drunk.
um,
I think that's the reason behind every single thing I did.
maybe. Who was? Oh, it was Noam Dar, who's still the Heritage Cup champion. That was not unified. NXT UK Women's Championship. I had Blair Davenport. You had Ginny. Blair was super close. Like, she got this close to getting it.
Yeah.
UK Tag Team Champions. We both picked Teoman and Rohan Raja. Who was it? I think it was Brooks Jensen and Josh Briggs. Were they the last UK champions? Or was it Pretty Deadly?
I think it was Briggs and Jensen.
I thought Pretty Deadly won it and then did the unification with Creed Brothers. Unless it was a triple threat.
It was a triple threat.
Okay. Okay. Either way, we're both wrong. Now let's go on to AEW. AEW champion. Oh man. What wishful thinking on my part. I picked Miro. Oh man. You picked Jungle Boy. Maybe a year behind. Who knows? Maybe 2023 will be his year.
Yeah.
TNT champion. I saw the Forbidden Door coming. I picked Kenta. I saw the door opening. I just picked the wrong person.
Was
You
this before Wrestle Kingdom that we did this?
Yes, it was definitely before Wrestle Kingdom.
Oh, so Kenta was still functional human being at that time.
Maybe it wasn't before Wrestle Kingdom.
I don't think it was.
I might have made my predictions before Wrestle Kingdom, but I
Maybe.
don't think we did the Mike Romies before Wrestle Kingdom.
Gotcha.
You picked Sammy Guevara, which wasn't a bad prediction.
No, that was a pretty safe bet.
He did unify with Cody in the year. AEW Women's Champion. I picked Thunder Rosa. Not a bad guess, but you picked Jamie Hayter, the correct guess.
Yay!
Um,
So smart.
TBS champion. Both of us were way wrong. I picked Ty Conti. You picked Thunder Rosa. AEW Tag Team Champions. I picked Red Dragon. Man. Oh, man. You picked Luchasaurus and Christian Cage, who haven't been on TV since Full Gear, I think.
No.
Impact now. Impact World Championship. I got this right. Josh Alexander. You picked Jonah, who's not even with Impact anymore. X Division Champion. I picked Mike Bailey. I was so close.
Yeah. You were nearly there.
Yeah. You picked Macklin. Might have it in 2023. Who knows?
Yeah.
Knockouts World Champion. I got it right. Jordan Grace. You picked Alicia, which was a very interesting guess. Tag champs. I picked Bullet Club, which I think at the time, I don't know who I could have been thinking of at the time. I feel like Chris Bay and Jay White, maybe? I have no idea.
Yeah.
Or maybe I was thinking Good Brothers.
Maybe.
You picked Finn Juice, who aren't even together anymore. David Finlay hasn't been seen in years. Knockouts Tag Team Champions. We need to do a caveat with you. I picked Undead Bridesmaids. That's not right. You picked Decay. You get half a point for that. Because Jessica is one half, and then Taya Valkyrie's the other half. They're kind of part of Decay, but not quite. So we're giving you half. Digital Media Champion, we were both way wrong. I picked Johnny Swinger. Oof. You picked Chelsea Green, who's not even with Impact anymore. And final promotion, New Japan. IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. I tried to play it safe. I picked Okada. I thought I could safe my way through it. You picked Jeff Cobb.
I wasn't that stupid for that. I'm not saying close, but
Did
I just it was an educated guess.
did he beat Okada during the G1?
I think so.
Well, Jonah beat Okada. Did Jeff Cobb? Oh wait, no, Jeff Cobb beat him last year.
Yeah.
Not
Sorry, I thought that's what you were talking about.
no, I meant this year.
Oh.
So yeah, it wasn't, like maybe like a couple years he'll get it.
He was just injured, so he like lost his moment.
Yeah. United States champion. I picked Zack Sabre Jr. You picked Jay White. Little did you know, Jay White would be in a much better position.
Yeah.
Never open weight champion. I picked Robbie Eagles. You picked Yoshi Tanahashi. Or Yoshihashi.
Yoshi Tanahashi.
That's their tag team
My
name.
favorite wrestler.
Little did we know it would be a WWE wrestler that would have it. Strong open weight champion. We are way wrong. I picked Buddy Matthews. You picked Taylor Rust, who hasn't even been seen in New Japan in a while.
I don't know if he's been seen
in wrestling.
Like, yeah.
I have no idea. Tag champs. Who could have guessed FTR for this? None of us. I picked GOD. You picked Chaos. Who knows what Chaos you're talking about? You just picked Chaos.
I think you said that to me too when I made the prediction. You're like, you can't just do that. And I was like, I can.
Yeah, you can't just pick the whole faction. It's a big faction. It's like if I picked LIJ. Which LIJ? Junior heavyweight champion. I picked Sho. You picked Hiromu. This is a good guess. Mine wasn't, but yours was. Junior heavyweight tag champs. I picked Bushi and Sonata. Wait, don't even think Sonata's a junior heavyweight. I don't know why I picked him. Hey, you picked Chaos. That does not count.
I was like about to like get sick, so I probably was just like, I don't know.
Yeah, you were definitely like you just wanted to get out of here, which is definitely why we're not drinking as much, because we don't want to just like rush through these.
No.
Never open weight 6-man tag champs. I picked Chaos, definitely because you just picked Chaos for the tag champs. So I was like, fuck it, I'm picking Chaos as well. But you actually got the prediction right. You picked House of Torture.
Yay.
And then King of Pro Wrestling champion. We both picked Toriano. Little did we know it would be fucking the former world heavyweight champion, Shingo Takagi. So, in total, I got 3 correct. You got 3.5 correct. You just barely squeezed your way through. Just barely.
Feel good about myself. To be honest with you.
So, tune into the Mike Romies, which I believe we made the 14th. I think we made it. We did?
I believe so. Sounds right to me.
Yes, we made it the 14th. Tune in January 14th right here at twitch.tv/pinfall podcast to check out our awards for the best and worst that pro wrestling has had to offer. We've already put together all the nominees. We've got like half the winners selected already. I don't know about you, but I've picked my Hall of Fame ballots. I don't know if you still have to do that. 2 wrestlers each.
I have to still do that, I think.
Okay. And then we'll be making our predictions for 2023. Do we want to, say the nominees for maybe one of the categories?
Sure.
I'll let you pick the category. can make it a big category, or you can make it one of the smaller categories.
Worst merch.
No, that's got like 3 nominees.
I don't. Didn't
4.
you pick it? If you're so
Um,
smart.
let's see. I mean, we could just do Wrestler of the Year. We could just say the nominees for Wrestler of the Year, the one everyone's interested in.
Yeah, that's fine.
Should we do male and female, or just male?
Maybe just email.
Okay. So for male wrestler of the year, our nominees, we haven't even picked a winner for this yet. We're still deciding. Nominees for male wrestler of the year: Jon Moxley, Dax Harwood, Sami Zayn, Josh Alexander, Will Ospreay, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Kazuchika Okada, and Jay White. Got a lot to pick from, a lot of names to decide.
Yeah.
So we'll see who will be coming out as Wrestler of the Year. Last year we gave it to Kenny Omega. The year before that went to Drew McIntyre. So he's stepping in the same arena as some greats. All right. That's our show. Liz, would you like to close out?
If you joined us today, thank you so much. And if you join us in the future, thank you so much. Happy New Year's. Have a safe one. Have a good one.
Woo!
We will be back next week doing the same thing. Actually, we'll be back Tuesday doing our WWE 2K22 stream. We might do it a little earlier
Yeah.
during NXT just because my bedtime is 10 o'clock.
That's why we didn't do it this week. We were just too run down, too tired. So we'll be moving it earlier to during NXT. Because, I don't know, NXT has been very boring. Figured
Yeah.
our show would be more fun.
Yeah. So we'll be back Tuesday. So yeah, please tune in. It'll be super fun.
Yeah. And next week we'll be doing the results for Wrestle Kingdom, because that's happening Wednesday, the 4th.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be we won't be able to do live watch along, obviously. We won't even be able to watch it live, you and I. I don't know what I'm gonna be able to watch it.
It's in Japan, so
Yeah. But we'll be doing the results for that next podcast, as well as the prediction. I feel like we'll be doing predictions for something else. Let's see. What could we do? We'd be doing predictions for 2023. Oh, Battle of the Belts is what? Battle of the Belts is next week?
Oh yeah, that was like just announced.
Was it?
Yeah.
I guess we could do predictions for that. Yeah. Saturday is not. I mean, yeah. There's. Well, Battle of the Belts we'd have to predict for today, but there's no matches announced for it. I don't think. Oh, there's one: Orange Cassidy versus Kip Sabian. I guess that's happening that day. So it's Sunday's Sunday's the 8th. Oh, Saturday's the 7th. So the 14th, the day of the Mike Romies, which we won't be doing an episode of the podcast for. We'll be doing the Mike Romies instead.
Yeah.
Oh, Hard to Kill. We gotta do predictions for next week.
Oh, okay.
Because it's on the 13th.
Oh, okay.
Do we have a full card for that yet? No. Well, at least not on Cage Match. Alright. Well, thank you all so much for watching. Follow and subscribe, all that jazz. YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Spotify. It's all Pinfall Podcast. We'll see you on Tuesday for 2K22, our Battle of the Brands. Until then, have a great and merry new year. Like Liz said, please stay safe. Don't drink and drive. And just have a great time all around. Alright, we'll see you in the new year, everyone. Have a great end of 2022. Bye bye.